fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. Hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
What people do eat no money, what people at you eat no at you. Covid money miss away in the year little rat you. Use the youth them money waste and must have anti statue. Say me like a catch you but bigger than a figure you. Take this spit of money gal and say that it's not you. One day the man above end up him a got up. Too much eat in the kitchen, some a fly by like a patu. When singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me
300% free.
It burn me
Garbage pile of the day.
It burn me
Give the teacher them raise.
It burn me
I see corruption face.
It burn me
Mash down the people them house.
It burn me
Every day appear arms out.
It burn me
Appear money them a thief.
It burn me
And them a sell up.
You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
For me say big up all the charities and all of the givers. Some a go like say them powerful, me no make a bigger. The urgent the promises, none of them not deliver. Cut up the youth, they rap and they down in our river. Member bowl only and they lie them tell. Corruption smell and they pocket them swell. When police don't a market like Satan out of hell, go mash up people start and thief when them sell.
It burn me
Or they treat the market man.
It burn me
Or them a treat the cat man.
It burn me
Or they treat the peanut man.
It burn me
Or them a treat the dirt man.
It burn me
Or them a treat the son man.
It burn me
Or them a treat policeman.
It burn me
How them a treat soldier man.
It burn me
How them a treat everyone.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't
Stevie dim day. We in Global TV says certain kind of friend we no cape. And some informer friend we love Lake. We in Global. Bona fake friend and bona tape. We in Global. We not promote them. We not support them. Look at them on the cheek come here represent for. We in Global TV. Check it.
Good morning, good morning. It is good morning if you're on the Eastern timeline. If you're in London and the Greenwich Main Time, good afternoon. Thank you all for joining us. It is your global television group and indeed your At a Glance program. But while leeching, they tell we one side yesterday, half a story leeching. Fitzbailey, in front of a parliamentary committee, gave us a bit of the other side. That side there, Jamaican familiar with Fitzbailey side of the story. They're not much familiar with Leachin side of the story. Well, Leachin tell we last night or yesterday. But good morning to my community of party and all my family members. Good morning to my moderators and platform membership holders, viewers and subscribers, commented, dead live watchers, good morning and welcome to the Global Television Group. Marcia Este, good morning. Natalia Freeman, good morning. Jamaican Foodie, Debbie Jervis. Marcia Thomas, good morning. Jason Kane, good morning. Sunshine, good morning. Kamar Johnson. Beat and Teach, Wagwan. True Love, good morning. Agency Driver 5. JP. Deborah Lynn White, Nifty Friend. Errol Clark. Angela Mussenden. Sharon Robinson. Maxine Cummins, James Violet Watson, Norman Ferguson, Brose, Annie Jones, Christine Gilbert. Good morning, all. Good morning. Good morning and welcome. Thank you all for joining us. Sharon Powell, good morning. Yvonne Johnson, Tash, good morning. Althea, good morning. JC, Precious Allen, good morning. Abenasa Cody, good morning. Good morning, all, and welcome. Thank you all for joining us. If you relied on Leachin's side to come and invest and take part in the glory of money where fall out a tree over NCB. Sharon, good morning. That was Leachin's side of the story. It is so good over there. So, when you can come invest. We are not familiar with that side of the story. The side of the story that we're familiar with is what Fitzbailey spoke in Parliament. Member Leachin said, let me show you. I mean, I want to care bad news, you see. I don't want to care bad news. Leachin said, he's welcoming Jamaicans from all walks of life to seize a new opportunity to invest alongside him as National Commercial Bank Financial Group seeks to recalibrate and expand its business. EM, Vernon Adams, Pamela O'Connell. So if you invest with Leachin and Leachin business and expand, normally your investment in a Leachin business, you don't expect it to expand likewise. But given how we know money love get up and walk out a Leachin place is another problem. But when Fitz was in front of the committee, Fitz make we know say 306 million. 306 million of customer money were defrauded in several financial institutions between the period of 2021 to 2024. Fitzbailey is said there are 601 reports of electronic fraud offense carried out against customer. But whose institution are the most hit with these financial frauds? National Commercial Bank and Scotiabank suffered the greatest impact of fraudsters, accounting to 85% of the report. Since the start of this year alone, 98 report of fraudulent activities against customers amounting to more than $53 million. But Bailey said something which me no know. NCB customers would have to verify this, because oftentimes, Marie Messenger TV, how are you? We have been alerted about Coates Noreen, veteran. Wow. Oftentimes we've been alerted about financial fraud, customer experiencing fraudulent activities in financial institution. NCB come out top of the list. But when leeching, I tell you if you come invest, leeching is not telling you that your money is not safe in his institution. One-sided argument, leeching. Dennis Hilton. One-sided story, leeching. So Fitz say, them two there, Scotia and National Commercial Bank, of all the financial institutions, they got hit of the 306 million. 85% of that 306 million that customer suffered in the financial institution happened in those two major institutions, National Commercial Bank and Scotia Bank. Millions of your money gone missing. But Fitz-Bailey said something. Fitz-Bailey singled out in Fitz-Bailey's argument. Fitz-Bailey singled out the National Commercial Bank for their efforts in working with the police to investigate those fraudulent activities. Now, across social media, there are many people who spoke about Laura Morris, their money, and NCB. So it would be important for people who investigation were done and they receive some form of compensation or their money is being reimbursed to their account. It's for the public to come and tell us that, Rosalie Foster, Monica Hawthorne. It is for leeching customers, because Fitz-Bailey said, leeching of all the financial institution. Leeching institution cooperates well with the police investigation. How much of you NCB customers, after experiencing fraudulent activities on your account, how much of you has had a satisfactory redress from the National Commercial Bank? The people must answer this question because, sorry, a phone account, I always come on social media, come talk. So when you got NCB, when you could have barely buy patty and bag juice. Some man have tantamount in our account. And when you don't get there, when you don't push on a card, you go take out money, go do no business or go pay on a bill. Patty and backstrings money don't left in a someone account. So please tell us if leeching customer service is meeting your expectations. Is the investigation done between NCB, Michelle Lewis Wilson? Is the investigations done between NCB and JCF prove satisfactory for NCB and Scotiabank customers? But we mainly talk about NCB because leeching run come out, come tell we say, come invest in a piece of the pie over there. Is our money safe investing in your institution, Mr. Lee Chin? Is something that you need to answer to the public. Because if we're seeing all of these financial frauds that involve your institution, and we're not really seeing no proper public redress from NCB, or we're not seeing customers who's been aggrieved come back and say, you know what, despite the customer service at National Commercial Bank really did a good job by investigating and make sure my account was made whole. But Leechin, come tell we it's doing good over there, and you want all the way anywhere with them. Come seize a new opportunity to invest. Is our money safe in your institution, Mr. Chin? Or are you on a hike to recoup back all of them expenses and all of those assets you sold out last year? Yachts, mansion, shares. You have to pay off two of your top dog staff in millions. So, Mr. Mattress Bank, Mr. Chin's new great idea is to do come to poor people where them always come to when they want to fatten up for them basket. Who else could you turn to? Just turn to poor people if you come invest with you. Poor people where you give a lot of them high blood pressure in a Jamaica, leeching your institution. Create a lot of havoc for Jamaicans financially. Whole heap of Jamaicans turn up to your bank, Mr. Chinawan, drop down. Your killer, Mr. Chin, is known to walk out with millions on lunch break. Millions on lunch break, Mr. Chin. Is the people's money safe in your financial institution? What are the insurance to these investments, Mr. Chin? How safe are the customers' money against fraudulent activities in your investment scheme/scam, Mr. Chin? Because when you no profit or no wealth are deplete, you no always turn to poor people. Make we go look for what more we can suck out of them. I wonder if you did have no shares or investment in SSL, Mr. Chin. If you have to sell up so much and pay up so much, where there? Why we wouldn't want rush to come plunge with money in your institution, where more and more, Mr. Chin, seems like it's a failing institution. Mitchell, good morning. Is the people money safe in your institution, Mr. Chin? How much of your customers, Mr. Chin, between 2021 to this year, Ubuntu? How much of your customers between 2021 to this year has had a satisfactory investigation and their money being returned to their account, or National Commercial Bank provides some form of accountability for customers' finances? Ubuntu, Simone Clark, Jackie, Brian, Ernestine Butcher. So while Leeton are telling us to come invest, even though Fitzbailey has said Leeton institution cooperate with the police better than others when it comes to do with financial fraud and customers' account. But however, a massive part of that 306 million that was defrauded from customers' account between 2021 to 2024, a massive chunk of that is from the National Commercial Bank. Between the National Commercial Bank and Scotia Bank, 85% of that 306 million that was defrauded from customers' account was between those two banks. Tell me if we might just not safer. You can't even take your money, go buy a goat and cow, because the goat and cow teeth them loose like, people scared. If you, why may I tell you, not now working at Jamaica. Jamaica, we are going to fix Haiti. Jamaica, we are going to fix Haiti when not now work in a Jamaica. Georgia Dennis, can you imagine? Unexpected announcement of Prime Minister divide Haiti newly created transitional council. This are the Haiti where Jamaica go fix, a plan to go fix, This are the Haiti where Tech America's bid to go and interfere in another country, when the state of Jamaica is, one could argue, is in a state of collapse. The type of government we are having is no different from a transitional council. The transitional council in Haiti at the moment, where nobody knows who are going. It's just all up in the air. But honestly, Jamaica been hit by an earthquake. I think Trinidad and Venezuela also felt that earthquake also, but it was a 4 point something, I think. 4.2. It was a 4.2, but it was also felt, I think, in Venezuela. And which other country? Trinidad. Hold on, peeps. I want to see if I find this belonging about the transitional council. Because anybody who think they can fix Haiti is going to waste more than the time they have. Literally, them are going to waste more than the time transitional council name new preamp. Hold on. Them are going to waste more than the time them have. You have only people who can fix Haiti is the people of Haiti, including the gangs. Nobody else now can fix it. Because what the people of Haiti are saying, you can't impose on a willpower. We are going to do it our way. So even in the transitional council, but in America involved in never work. Anyway, let me quickly share my screen. I'm going to run through the article here and some French galang in there. But me just go skip over a little bit faster because I can't pronounce them. But I want to read the article here for you. And as me done, I know some people are going to have the word for say, as me done, my suitcase pack already. Me just going to be coming to one disgrace out there where after 3 o'clock, the ticket them is £60 and above. Me don't know. Me may have to go walk the whole journey today, but me will see how it go. The ticket them after 3 o'clock them go over £60. And then them now go back down to my £40 till after 7. But I want to travel early today, so bang around between me and them. Hold on a second. Right. Let me quickly whisk through this article. Haiti newly installed transitional council chooses former sport minister Fred Belizaire as the Caribbean country's prime minister on Tuesday, as it presses forward in a monumental task of trying to establish a stable new government amid stifling violence. Belizaire replaced Miguel Patrick Boris Vert, the former minister of economy and finance, who was current interim prime minister. Belizaire is little known, and even some members of the council said they were unfamiliar with him. The 9-member transitional council, 7 of whom have voting rights, was choosing a new prime minister and cabinet in a bid to help quell gang violence that is choking the capital, Port-au-Prince, and beyond. Belizaire had the support of 4 of the council voting members. Heavy gunfire was reported in several neighborhoods in Port-au-Prince on Tuesday, including near the National Palace, although it wasn't immediately clear if it was in response to the unexpected announcement of a new prime minister. More than 90,000 people have fled the capital in the span of a month, and overall, more than 360,000 people have been left homeless in recent years as gunmen raise community in rival territories. Early on Tuesday, the council chose Edgar LeBlanc Fils a former presidential candidate as its president. This is a very good choice for Prime Minister, Phil said of Belizaire during a brief speech to nearly 24 attendees. The important thing for us is this determination to go beyond division, to overcome conflict, and to reach consensus. Not until you get the two major gangs involved in the conversation. You can't go on. He said the council met on Monday with an army and police official to talk about Haiti's security crisis and how best to resolve it. We have publicly recognized the suffering, he said, of the population. The announcement of Belizaire come as a surprise. A murmur rose through the attendee as official announced that 4 council members with voting powers had selected Belizaire as prime minister. Leslie Voltaire, one of the voting council members, told the Associated Press, "I don't know him," when asked whether he supported Belizaire. Belizaire was Haiti's sport minister during the second presidency of René Préval from 2006 to 2011. He's kind of an unknown figure, said Robert Fatan, a Haitian political expert at the University of Virginia. He doesn't seem to have his own constituency. Maybe that made him the likely prime minister, so different parties can accept him as prime minister. Council member Louis Gerard Gilles, who supported Belizaire, told the Associated Press that the council wanted to act quickly in choosing a prime minister. The Haitian population can no longer wait, he said. The security issue is essential for societal calm. After the brief announcement, which was made nearly 2 hours after the event was supposed to start, the council went behind closed door again and talked about their choice for cabinet. Voltaire, however, said he didn't accept the council announcement to announce cabinet selection on Tuesday. The majority supported Belizaire, including Phil, the council, the new president, Timothy Augustine, Giles and Emmanuel Vertelier, or whatever them call them. Patton called them an unlikely alliance. We'll see if it can last. Phil represents the January 30th political group, which is made up of parties including PHTK, whose members include former President Michel Motley and slain President Jovenel Maurice, I think that's her name. Meanwhile, Augustine represented the EDE/RED political parties founded by former Prime Minister Claude Joseph. Giles represented the December 21st agreement, which is associated with the former Prime Minister Ariel Henry, who resigned weeks after the gang attack began. Meanwhile, Vertelaire is linked to the Pit Dessalines party, who is led by powerful politician Jean-Charles Moïse, who celebrated Tuesday's announcement. He is someone very important in the country, Moïse said of Belisaire. He knows the state pretty well. He knows how to govern. The Transitional Council will act as the country's presidency until it can arrange a presidential election sometime before it disbands, which must be by February 2026. So when I say the debacle, I hope my French confusion don't misguide you too much, Tony Tal, Florence Hamilton. But already it is the council's choice of prime minister seem to be causing problem. Vendetta King Lord, Yvonne Green, already seem to be causing problem, Patricia Williams. So let's see how well Louis Hanson. Let us see how you should be here from last night. Lie, don't tell lie upon me. A Thursday, I say me move. Don't tell lie upon me, veteran. At this Jamaica want go fix, something where Haiti can't even agree on. Jamaica and him sell out, friend them. And some of these African countries. Cousin Mariner, Jacqueline Murray, how are you? This is what Jamaica is going to fix. Jamaica, who cannot fix crime in just Westmoreland alone. Wayne Evans wants to get into something that is going to get more and more cantankerous as you go along the road, because different political group, faction, and gangs in Haiti support different people. But you will not have calm to the violence until people like Barbecue and other gang leaders are brought to the table as well. They hold the security power in the country at the moment. You don't have an army. Your police, them useless. Them from foreign, where them are going to send come help you, useless, because them useless enough for them country. So by definition, them are going useless. Anywhere else, them go. Kenil Gale. So please, Jamaica people, tell your prime minister, start focus. If you want fool, we say the murder rate will go down. Focus on the perception of crime. Focus on the fear of crime, because that is doing an awful lot. An awful lot. Me confused. If the economy is doing so well, if more people than ever are in employment, we not should not collect more tax. Shana, talk truth. Talk truth, Shana Simit. If the economy is do, remember, so we're the only economy in the hemisphere. Yeah. Bounce back so well after lockdown, Me sure we don't hear them hold on down and use them big finger, rub it in our forehead many times. So therefore then, Prime Minister, economy and road do enough for tax revenue because you run around the country and you boast about highway and economy. But if the economy, remember say me a fool, you know, Navlet Blake. If the economy is doing so well, more people than ever are in employment. If the economy is doing so well also, more people in the economy would have money to spend. So you'd gonna get more tax from income tax, from GCT, from land tax and all, because it's doing well. The economy is doing well. Shaman Carter. If the economy is doing so well, more people in our jobs, how is it that we have a revenue shortfall? Who not pay them fair share of tax? Nigel Clark. Who not paying their fair share of tax? Because I know we don't have someone to normally hold and take it from we. What about your friends in the corporation tax area? Are they paying their fair share? Is your Prime Minister Nigel Clark? Is Andrew Holness domicile in Jamaica? Is he paying tax in Jamaica? Given that his businesses are registered offshore? Is Mr. Norman Dunn paying his fair share of taxes? Giving them hope a business there where I'm running the hope a rent money in recoup from the public purse. Carleen Richards, who, Mr. Clark, is not paying their fair share. When tax administration of Jamaica when they employ them, and tax administration of Jamaica hold on the people them and take the NHT money out of them purse, out of them paycheck. The employer them turn over those money to tax administration of Jamaica. And does tax administration of Jamaica turn those money over to the Ministry of Finance? Who not pay them fair share, Nigel? Are you paying your fair share, Nigel? Now, financial forecasting, Dr. Clark. How no expert, Lady J Love. How no expert them couldn't forecast something, Dr. Clark, which was right upon your sleeve. Is the PSOJ paying their fair share of tax? Millie McBean, good morning. Is your friends at the PSOJ, Dr. Clark, paying their fair share of tax? The two brothers were run Tankwell, where one a fund labor rights and one a fund PNP. One a fund Arnett Garden football and one a fund Waterhouse, Sonia Smichael. Given that them have for them own port and they're not subject to our port authority laws, are they paying their fair share of tax, Nigel? Who not pay for them right share? Because I mean, no, so we poor people are pay for we share. Or is it though, Dr. Clark, that despite you all saying the economy is so good, then those of us down there. Because you know the Prime Minister have him hands so and so. Those of us down there, Dr. Clark, don't have enough to spend, despite, Dr. Clark, of the good economy you all spoke about. Then that would stem the flow of revenue, Evan Green, because we don't have enough money to buy. So GCT gone lower. We don't have money for pay with land tax. We owe land tax because we don't have work. It is a contradiction, Dr. Clark. Douglas Allen, how are you? It is a contradiction to have such a good economy, to have one of the lowest employment rates ever, Dr. Clark. But there's a shortfall in revenue collection. From what angle, Dr. Clark? Is it GCT? Is it income tax? Is it NHT? Is it land tax? Where is the shortfall in revenue, Dr. Clark? You can't just come tell we say there's a shortfall in revenue. We want to know in what area. Do you not have financial experts, Dr. Clark? How was this not forecast just the other day when you were preparing your budget, Dr. Clark? Your budget where you have to come to Parliament, come ask for 5 minutes for dot your I's and cross your T's. None of your experts, I mean, in the financial galang, I think we don't have something what is called quarterly reports. One of bright people with juke computer, keyboard, and deal with money. Am I wrong or right? You have what is called quarterly reports. You mean to say, Nigel, none of your quarterly reports showed that there's a pending shortfall? So we are pay all of these technocrats in the Ministry of Finance for Nigel. If their quarterly report cannot forecast a revenue shortfall just before your shining budget presentation, Nigel, it don't add up. It just doesn't add up, people. It does not add up. You can't have an economic boom. But then again, me remember saying, me and Juliet them come from the same generation. It could be just that I made the dunce. You know? Me and Juliet and Nesta them, even though I'm older than them, the Prime Minister 2 years older than me, the whole of us come from the same generation. So we're likely to be dunce. Are we likely not to understand very simple questions? We're likely to misunderstand very simple questions. So, you have to remember when I deal with me and Juliet and Andrew them. Next of them look a bit younger, and with that means that them even duncer. But me and Juliet and Andrew them come from the same tough head generation. The one with teacher fling the clock duster and your whole face white up with chalk dust. Yes, Lady J Love, we were on 72, 74, and 70 Dunsan we are the one them were born after we like next generation them were born in the 80s. Them the one that if you think we and to let them done, check out for next them generation. Kachias Tyler, good. Good morning. Jamaican food, the wagwan. So, for we type of dunceness in the 70s, the 80s picking them, come make we look like barking mad fool around here.
Minister, how is the government planning on responding to the recent Dan Anderson poll, which showed that most Jamaicans would vote them out of government, out of office rather, if an election were to be called now? And
I'll answer the first ones.
This answer, may I give it to them for shame in avoid this question because of shame. Okay? We'll give that to him. But it's for Uno Rosemary Samuel to judge him on his answer of the second question that he did not understand. Not my Uno. Learn to judge.
The first thing I wish to say and the last thing I wish to say is that that wasn't discussed at cabinet, so I have no comment on that. Could you go on to your next question, please?
Or do you accept any responsibility as information minister in what some described as the failure of the government to adequately communicate its achievements?
I don't understand your question.
Well, you...
Right, Mr. Morgan. At this point, what you should ask, can you repeat the question? Or can you rephrase the question? Or wait, Mr. Morgan, for her to simplify, Mr. Morgan, the basic school element to the question. Jesus have mercy.
Information minister's duty is to transfer information from cabinet to the country, which I do here every Wednesday and which you're a part. Additionally, to manage agencies such as Jamaica Information Service from an oversight policy perspective. TV.
Right. An answer to that question, let's teach them, Jamaica. Let us provide two different answers to this question. Do the labor right answer first? I would say in my role, I have always in our press conference on a weekly basis, and whenever time I speak to the public, I make the government's success known to the people of Jamaica. So no, I do not share that view. That is one answer, Lord Jesus. That is one answer you could have given, Mr. Morgan. No, I don't share that view. Another answer you could have given as an honest person, Mr. Morgan. We have listened to the sentiments of the people. It is obvious that our message is not getting through or has not got through to the people. So as a team, Dr. Mr. Morgan, Jesus have mercy, we will look at ways how we can communicate more effective. Jesus Christ of Nazareth, to get our message across to the people. Those are two simple answers, Mr. Morgan, that you could have given to the question that you don't understand. But to run around on a wild goose chase of a fumble telling us what you do and what you not do and what you fit do. It wasn't what the question is. Do you, Mr. Morgan, take responsibility for failing to message the government's success to the people? That was the question, Mr. Morgan. Sorry for him, you know.
Minister, how is the government planning on responding to the recent Dan Anderson poll, which showed that most Jamaicans would vote them out of government, out of office rather, if an election were to be called now? And
I'll answer the first one. The first thing I wish to say and the last thing I wish to say is that that wasn't discussed at Cabinet, so I have no comment on that. Could you go on to your next question, please?
Or do you accept any responsibility as Information Minister in what some described as the failure of the government to adequately communicate its achievements?
I don't understand your question.
Well,
the Information Minister's duty is to transfer information from Cabinet to the country, which I do here every Wednesday and which you're a part. Additionally, to manage agencies such as Jamaica Information Service from an oversight policy perspective, PBCJ, Jamaica Information Service, and so on. The assessment of my performance or lack thereof is determined by the Prime Minister's actions and decisions. So I can't comment on my own performance. I have to wait on Prime Minister, the Cabinet, and the public to comment on that.
The teacher will mark your book need to be sued. Your parents them need to know that you're a thief enough out of the public purse. Your parents them need to demand the money with them spent on you. It wasn't worthwhile spending. It wasn't worthwhile spending. Sunshine has become membership holder as well. It was not Nestor Morgan worth the money with them spent to educate you. It never worth a dime, Mr. Morgan. Your parent need to sue you. And if taxpayer money was involved in your education, Nestor Morgan, we want back for we share. To have answered a question that you do not understand wouldn't have occurred if you was a basic school child, Nestor Morgan. A 4-year-old Nestor Morgan not understanding a question wouldn't proceed to answer the question. They would then ask you, what you say? And then you would repeat to them. My name is Roy. See my name here. See my name here. My name is Roy. I am a boy. I am big. These are, no, sir. I remember what you need to tell we say about the executive and the government. No, sir. Executive and government are the same thing, Nestor. Nestor. Whoa, Nestor, the government are the head of the executive. And that's how you go. So we are separate the two of them for Nestor. Brown man security always observing. Boy, any picnic did sit down at school side of you and just happen to take copy out of your book. God help them on the journey with them there on Evan Green. Ladybug, go on. God help them journey. Any picnic take copy from you at school, Nestor Morgan. Noreen Denson. See my name here. My name is Roy. Can you imagine? Roy didn't understand the question. And before Roy hold up in and ask teacher, what you say, miss? Roy just went on to tell you about Bratukuma and Brian Nancy. And that's how you go, Roy. Bratukuma, R.J. Robinson. An answer from Bratukuma in Jamaica for with folktale stories. A Bratukuma story can answer any question, Nesta Morgan. Because you never see Anansi and Anansi don't have an answer for any question you ask Anansi. All if Anansi you talk to, Anansi provide an answer. Even if Anansi not have nothing to say, Anansi just say, two trouble better than one, yeah, man. So make we just take up mouth. You're not tired for your mouth put you in a problem, little boy. Right. You don't tired for your mouth put you in a problem. Every time you open your mouth, somebody stuff one legal paper in there. When I know Romain, a Ratigan, everybody shove legal paper in your mouth to the point, Patricia Williams, but you can only walk around and grin like a donkey now. You don't have a voice or a spirit to speak anymore. Roy, I am big. Remember, you know, remember Roy did tell Lassom Riley, Herbert Tuzelin. Remember Roy did tell the broadcaster, say, as long as I'm MP in this country, as long as I'm MP in this country, Romain cannot win a seat. And when Romain slap him in the mouth with the winnings, then slap him with a lawsuit, then Mr. Rattigan come around the corner and slap him with another lawsuit again. All in do, in there they are grin like when jackass, they behind jackass are brave. And we are Sumel make you grin, so because I'm going goat and jackass go behind another jackass and goat go Sumel, then grin. So what is the grinning about? Him a part beneficiary, we want back with money. Hold on there. He's a part beneficiary up to Clarendon College. And yes, he did a law degree while in government. Lord Jesus have mercy. So he used our motor vehicle, time, and other resources, classes at and UWI, him who we want our money. We part money. If you have to go back, if you have to go back around a Grace McLean, go tell Grace McLean, say, give me back some of your teeth out of the Nutri fund so I can pay back my part money. We want back with money. Look upon you where we send a school. All you can do come out a grin after we. After we spend with money upon you and you come out of school, zilch. You come out of school, Nesta Morgan, unable to read basic school reading book. See my name here. My name is Roy. I am a boy. I am big. We want back with money. We don't know about your parents, them, but every penny we want it back because it wasn't worthwhile spending, Nesta. Sub-zero degree. Let us see your degree, Nesta Morgan. What class was it? Second, third, or fail, Nesta Morgan, because you don't have a first class degree. If you have a first class degree and don't answer and don't understand a question, then you either turn around for it, or you bite, or you thief it, but you never work hard for it, Nesta Morgan. Law degree is something where you work hard for. You write and read for 3-4 years straight just for your LLB alone. How did you make it, Nesta Morgan? What did you do? Sure, how are you? Nesta done with Kanjo because he took all portfolio from him. He said he asked Andrew all those. Nesta always a brief against Andrew wholeness. It was the same thing you remember that take off your shoes. When it was said that Andrew had to take off his shoes and go to the normal immigration channels. Rohan Williams, how are you? Remember when Andrew did have that airport debacle? The same way Nesta and Andrew did have two different views in a public. Nesta, just like Juliet, is hugely confused with their role. They really do not understand what their role entails. Another massive part of their problem also, they are quite unwilling, and sometimes unable to learn. Brenda Elson, how are you? EM, quite unwilling and unable to learn. So you're going to always have this current regime in this type of dark cloud that you see them in, because if you give any good company to novices to run, Christopher, all is it them are going to do is run the company down. People who don't have the experience is unwilling or unable to learn is only going to bring the organization down, because they haven't got the administrative and the operational skills to get the company on the ground and running. Hence is why our parliament is at a stalemate. Juliet have to simplify things down to either how she understands it or how they want it to protect their corrupt practices. Nesta don't understand the question and rather wait for it to be simplified. Him just go on a flurry of explanation. Leeching come tell you so you have to come bask in the new glory we are going over there. So, but leeching never tell you. So you can come invest, but rather than grow interest, your money will more likely to grow foot. Leeching never tell you that. Just like Andrew Holness, hell-bent, and go fixing Haiti's problem. I would advise Andrew Holness in a reshuffle of his cabinet. The chairman for Juicy Patties would be a good choice of running our Office of National Security. Because it's a Juicy Patties have to end them franchise subscription across the United States, because so much people across the United States want to have a Juicy Patty franchise. So maybe Juicy Patty could do some negotiating fierce in the security sphere and talk to some expert and get some expert help in the area. Kamar Johnson. In the area where Dr. Chang can go foreign, go get the expertise and the advice. So maybe we can get Juicy Patty, because Juicy Patty they all over America now. And please remember, if you have not started boycotting Iriefm yet, please do so. Iriefm has sold us out to the government and the deep state, as Donald Trump would call them. As well as if you have not subscribed to Amber Joy's News and Review. Amber Joy, Nesta was a busloader boy. that I'm not aware of. Member Amber is being thrown under the bus by Iriefm after Amber criticizes or exposes Matthew Samuda's lie and misinformation. Matthew Samuda and Andrew Holness tell Iriefm, we can't have that. We're on a bosom friend. So we don't have to silence her. But let me say this to Iriefm. You cannot silence the revolution. When Jill Scott Heron says the revolution will not be live, the revolution will not be televised, I'm starting to lose understanding of what Jill Scott Heron meant then. Is he talking about a revolution in the head, or is it that Jill Scott Heron did not envisage the growth and dominance of social media and how we can use social media to revolutionize everything and everyone around us? No, sir. But anyway, I'm going to finish showing me things them together, Althea Johnson. And go ahead, cross to the other side of the country. The weather don't look too brilliant out the door today. If me reach a train station, I may have to walk because the ticket price them extortionate. Me will walk it along the chain line or walk it along the soft shoulder. I saw it go. But anyway, I will speak to you tonight on the other side of the country. It is this weekend in London, in the United Kingdom, is a bank holiday weekend, Vernon Mitchell. It is our early spring bank holiday. So Monday will be a public holiday in the UK, in England and Wales, really. Scotland and Northern Ireland have for them different bangerangs. But down England and Wales here, Raymond, we are going to have a holiday weekend. It's also the mayoral election today. Today, mayoral election, but I am not voting during the mayoral election for the reason that I'm not voting for either Labour, Conservative, or the Liberal Democrats. I'm waiting for the general election comes October this year because I'm hoping, Dwayne Hutchins, I'm hoping that George Galloway, me not telling a lie, these fleet of people who run London, you know, I'm not interested in voting for them because you the things that the Indian them were run London because them are multicultural. They're the most racist people y'all go ever come across. My experience of Indian people in the United Kingdom, they are more racist than white people. So that's another side to the story. So not because Sadiq Khan is said to be multicultural, may I go vote for them. No, I do not agree with their politics. Last general election when Boris Johnson did spoil my ballot. But I do think George Galloway will be putting up candidates across the country for the Workers' Party that George Galloway created. And if that is the case, then I definitely will be voting for the Workers' Party. If not, I will vote for probably the Socialist Party. But these usual shudderers like the Liberal Democrat, the Conservatives, and the Labour, them done with. Them done with. Trust me. For them politics, outdated. In my view, for them politics, outdated. But anyway, thank you all very much. May I go get myself together now and move up and down. So thank you. No, I'm not West Indian. I'm African. West Indian is a misnomer. West Indian is a misnomer. It's a, what you call a Iriefm man? It's a Columbus creation. I'm African with a Jamaican nationality. Too often we get these two things mixed up and intertwined. Ethnicity and nationality is two of the things they use to confuse us. Ethnicity and nationality. Ethnicity, I'm African. Nationality, I'm Jamaican. That's how it is. Anyway, see you all later. Good afternoon. Good morning from Global Television.